Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the greatest podcast of all time, because guess what? James Gunn said so. He called us and said, boys, I got some DC news, and you're the only guys to report it. We're going right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Saturday Morning Cartoons. I'm your host, Doug McDoubles, and next to me is the greatest DC correspondent besides myself is Ray McFlurry II, a.k.a. the Booster Gold of the Saturday Morning Cartoon series, because he's so fucking handsome. How you doing, my friend?
I'm making it, bro. I'm doing good. Yeah, it's funny you say that, like, we're the number one source or whatever, because he said this on somebody else's interview or something.
Yeah.
Like it was comicbook.com.
Yeah, but you know what?
This whole thing.
But you know what? They also interviewed Snyder, and they also enjoyed the other Snyderverse. And you know what we've been doing? Loving James Gunn. And James We Trust 170,000 episodes.
And it ain't changed.
It ain't changed.
Especially not after that interview, man.
No, what's he gonna do? Steer us wrong? No. Okay, let's just be clear. You and I were nervous about stuff, and he said, well, you and I were nervous, like, oh damn, Fortnite and DC aren't gonna do anything. That's it's so crazy. He was like, well, hang on, boys. Hang on a second, lads.
Yep.
What about everything else in the universe? And we're like,
what about the Puppy Bowl?
What about the Puppy Bowl?
Collectively shit our pants.
And we went, oh, I think this might be the craziest thing in the world. Craziest promotion ever?
That's it. That is how it went.
Oh, we would always said, Psycho Wood, this might change everything.
Dude, he said some crazy things in this interview.
Yes, he did.
He said some cool things about, I want to talk about Peacemaker first of all. Let's just get into Peacemaker because it has a couple of things that I want to talk about.
Finally.
Number one, the canon from Peacemaker Season 1 to Season 2.
Yep.
James Gunn said basically everything is canon except the one Justice League scene right at the end.
Where they show up and it's Aquaman and the Flash and the stand-ins, you know.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, because I wish the interview would have went on and it would have been like a Patreon episode or something, and he would have been like, because my actors would have shown up on set. Oh. Like, I wish he would have said something slick and been like, there would have been contract obligations. They would have shown the fuck up for me, you know? He
specifically said that it will be dealt with. I think is how he said it. So he was like, that scene will be dealt with or addressed. Or,
good.
So I'm fine with it. It was just simply too good not to be carried over. I don't care about a soft reboot. I don't care, like, it's not something I'm gonna fucking hitch my wagon to. Is like, they needed to recast Viola Davis. They shouldn't have brought back, fucking Vigilante and Peacemaker. And
I would have been pissed.
Fuck yourself. That was too good.
I would have been pissed.
To throw away. That would have been DC.
You couldn't even redo.
That would have been old DC, throwing away your good shit just for the sake of some unwritten rules that nobody fucking cares about, except a small minority of people. That's old DC, dude. That's just proven James Gunn is doing this shit differently. Everything is different, dude.
Snyder fans wanted a different Judo Master. You know what I mean? They Judo Master would have been like 6'4" and black.
How could you ever want a different one, dude?
Like they would have been like, no, we want a different one now. That's what the Snyder fans reboot would have done. They would have made Judo Master 6'4" black man. Vigilante would have been. He would have had superpowers out of nowhere. He wouldn't have been as cool and wouldn't have been written correctly. He would have been a little darker. It just Snyder fans suck. James Gunn's fans don't.
They do. Snyder fans, man, they are such a funny group of people. I saw a tweet today. I accidentally, on Twitter, man, it's so random now. Like, sometimes you'll get the stuff that should be on your feed. And then there is times like, I think it's people making fun of Snyder fans, and I'll click on it.
And then
it's all Snyder fans. Like, the one I read today was James Gunn recently screened Superman to a theater full of DC fans. The general consensus was that he should have just rebooted the Snyderverse. Everybody in the theater said it. And I was like, how could you ever
believe
for
that?
A second think that that's real? And there were people in the comments, man, and I thought, I was like, oh, this is about to be some good jokes. This is about to be straight jokes in the comments. And then people were just like, we've been telling them, man. That's what we've been saying for months. I was like, this is where we feel vindicated. This is what we've been preaching, bro. Snyderverse should have been brought back. And I'm just like, the tweet wasn't that. It had like 600 likes on Twitter. So it's not like it went viral, but it was just, I thought it was going to be busting the balls of Snyder's fans.
That's about as many people that liked Black Adam in the Snyderverse left, all right?
That was one of the comments sections. Somebody quote tweeted it. Later, I saw it like an hour later, and it was like, if Snyder fans liked the Snyderverse, they would have shown up to Black Adam. And it was just like, yeah, you know what?
Oh shit! Damn, that's 100%.
Shut up every Snyder fan.
That's 100% true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
They should have showed up for Aquaman too.
Yeah, dude, they should have shown up, and they did not.
Here's the thing: they could have shown up for Blue Beetle,
and they didn't, dude. They did not.
They said, "Nah, Hawkman's dumb. Dr. Fate, nah, the Raw. Oh, no. Remember, he's bringing back. He's bringing back Cavill. Damn, that's fucking awesome.
It was fucked, dude. Snyder fans are delusional. Everything we've heard, like Frank Grillo saying, like, David's going to be a star. Like, this trailer is insane. Everybody's going to be fucking shitting their pants when this comes out. Everybody that has seen it, that has been around it, that has anything to do with it, just says, you can't imagine what James is cooking.
Yep.
You know? Like, and that's Superman. You know what he's cooking on Peacemaker? The cinematographer for Peacemaker Season 2.
Was it from Oppenheimer or from Dune?
The man that just won 7 goddamn Emmys for Shogun.
That's what it was.
Dude. He won an Emmy for, like, I'm pretty sure the opening goddamn credits of Shogun won an Emmy because it was so incredible. Like, think about, like, the Suicide Squad and how beautiful that movie was shot.
Think about the Harley Quinn scene before they all went when they went to go rescue her, where where she broke out with all the flowers and stuff like that.
Flowers instead of blood, dude.
Beautiful,
everything.
I'm just thinking about
Starro. I am too. I'm trying to suppress them. I'm like fighting back, dude. Like Starro the Conqueror, the whole cinematography around that fight, and like
the CGI rats inside the eye of Starro,
are like, oh my god, dude, everything about it. Yeah, the cinematography think about how beautiful that was. And so James is bringing that to the DCU, and then now he's for Peacemaker Season 2 hired the fucking cinematographer. You guys one of the craziest since Game of Thrones. No show has done what Shogun Season 1 did.
1,000%. You were 100% correct. There's been outliers of like numbers and fandom and things of that nature. However,
but the scale, the historical accuracy,
yes, like don't get me wrong,
the massive sets, the set pieces.
The Bear got greenlit 17 seasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not the same.
Not the same. Yeah. You know, Abbott Elementary is done. Exactly. Is going to do 47 seasons, and it's changing the way we look at comedy again. Yeah. Like it's another Modern Family. You know what I mean?
Major live action fantasy, huge set pieces.
This is otherworldly. If Warner Brothers would have got to sink their teeth into it, they would have made it an hour-and-a-half movie, and it would have bombed. And they would have been like, well, the fans didn't want to see it. And they would have been like, what the fuck? Yeah. Snyder fans, they would have made it an hour 45. They would have put fucking The Rock, or they would have put Henry Cavill in it somehow. And then they would have been like, oh, well, it's not our fault that it sucked. And you're like, actually, when you think about it, you didn't even show up to the movie. Damn, I'll never get over that.
Dude, that burn.
I'll never get over that burn now.
That's how I felt this morning. I was like, damn, that's going to be the first thing I want to talk about. Like, fuck Snyder fans.
Snyder fans can eat my butt. Ladies and gentlemen, we are obviously going back into our DC stuff, but I just want to announce something. On Netflix as of November 19th, the Adam Ray comedy special, Dr. Phil Live, featuring him as Dr. Phil and the real Dr. Phil, has officially dropped on Netflix. We wish nothing but the best support and success for Adam Ray. You have been nothing but a great name in our households, and you have been nothing but a great comedian and actor and podcaster and friend. We truly appreciate everything you've done. Congratulations on all of your success, my friend. And ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for the Adam Ray podcast coming to Saturday morning cartoons. Now,
do you think Dr. Phil's an evil person?
In theory,
I think he's undeniably an evil person. But let's use this to talk about someone that I think doesn't get enough shit for what they did to the world. Oprah deserves a little more blame for what she did. I put Oprah on the same level as Joe Rogan when I talk about people like whatever. I don't even know how Joe Rogan is as a person.
Bro, what you gotta do is what's wrong with Joe Rogan?
I don't even know what he is as a person. But the fact that he gives platform to like really shitty people to spread their message for 3 hours. Oprah gave us not only Dr. Phil, but do you remember Dr. Oz?
Yeah, of
Everybody
course.
remember Dr. Oz.
Yeah.
She literally made them who they are on her show.
You know,
and she doesn't get enough like flack for that, I don't feel like. And she should.
You know,
Dr. Phil sucks.
Dr. Phil
He's real
sucks.
bad. Do you remember let's talk about Dr. Phil. Do you remember the episode where he got the creator of Bum Fights to come on? And
he showed up
as Dr. Phil because he was
like,
appalled at the hypocrisy. He's like, I do what you do. You're trying to do that to me right now on this show.
What are you talking about? Yeah. And he just looked at him just like,
Yes, it's one of the funniest fucking things ever.
Don't get me wrong. Like even Danielle Brijoli, she's suing Dr. Phil for.
I heard she has cancer.
Her mom.
Oh, I saw on Twitter she had cancer today or something.
Oh, she posted that her mom is sick. Is what I thought. Is what I saw.
Okay.
Fuck
me. Never mind then.
Which is fucking crazy. But also, it was like, yeah, they sent me to a fucking camp, and it was just that we were abused and this, that, and the other. And it's like, Dr. Phil, you got to answer for your crimes, and she's suing Dr. Phil, which is fucking beautiful. Beautiful. But hot damn, man.
Adam Ray does a good impression though. I think he's funny. I think he's funny.
Dude, since Mad TV, he was great, dude. Even in the Game Over, man, with the Workaholics guys, there's a scene where like the two cops show up to check like the building, like Die Hard situation, because it's essentially Die Hard, but the Workaholics guys made it, and it's fucking great. And Adam Ray plays one of the cops, and it's so fucking funny. Like it's such a good time. He's a good actor overall. Okay, buddy. Now, DC. It is November 19th. We got about 2 more weeks. We have one more episode after this. Ray, you understand?
Yes, one more podcast episode.
Before Creature Commandos.
It's amazing. Yes. It's insane that it's here.
Yep.
Day one, we talked about it. I mean, I think it was episode fucking 11 that it was the DC universe or whatever that James Gunn announced. And the first project is here, dude. James has said stuff like I wrote this show before I was ever the CEO. While I was still doing Guardians, I had this show written.
Yep, he's like it's crazy. I knew the CEO.
Yes,
it was me. P.S. I greenlit my own show.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
that's what I want, dude.
Fuck yeah,
I want that shit. Like, how could you not be? And I know we get back to Snyder, but how could you just not be stoked, dude? The CEO of DC Studios is a fucking Superman nerd. He's a DC nerd.
Yeah.
He's a deep cut dude. Like, that is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Compared to the last 20 years of what we've got in DC. Like, you just look at all of the stats. Like, it's been 25 different animated Batman series. Like, that's just what it's been. We've gotten 5 different Superman series. We got Green Lantern series got fucking canned. You know, we've never had an animated Wonder Woman. Just since DC.
Oh my God.
Just since James Gunn's been in DC. Animated Creature Commandos.
Facts.
Beast Boy got a spin-off show.
And it was amazing.
It was amazing. Blue Beetle, the animated series, with Cholo back as Jaime, as the voice.
It was officially announced.
Like, just the animated shit he's done since he's came on.
Actually,
you should be so goddamn stoked. My Adventures with Superman season 3.
Oh my
since
God.
He's been on.
Dude.
Like, the shit he's done animated-wise, you should be over the moon about, dude.
You know what? I know that it'll be kind of difficult depending, but Ray, can you just write the number of what episode where you were talking about, like, there's no way he's not going to voice Blue Beetle, you know what I mean? Like, he has to voice.
Yeah,
because you were very, very adamant, my friend Ray, and I am very proud of you for calling that shit, dog, because you stuck to your fucking guns, my dog. I'm proud, man. Yeah. Also, Danny says hello, and he wishes the podcast best wishes. His birthday was yesterday.
Shout out.
That's my mother freaking dog, dude. That's my Superman.
Shout out, Danny.
That's my Superman Confinado, bro. You know what I mean? That dude is pumped. He can't wait. He is officially on board. He has no qualms or quarrels with anything in the James Gunn universe now. He was like, dude, everything that I keep seeing y'all's podcast on is just like, I have nothing but excitement. And I was just like, we got him. We got him. We're changing Snyderverse fans one episode at a time, baby. Because he was a very big Snyderverse fan, dude.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah. I remember our Man of Steel discussion.
Motherfucker.
Dude, I'm excited for DCU. Creature Commando specifically. We got some casting news from this interview James did. Alan Tudyk, he is Clayface in the DC universe. And now you may be saying, is that Clayface from the Harley Quinn show?
Nope.
Is it not?
Nope. It is not. It is a whole different animation and a different style.
No, the voice.
Oh, no, it is the same voice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought you meant
I thought you were just saying he wasn't Clayface. I was like, I thought I Googled that.
No, I thought you meant is it the same character from
of course it's not. Of course it's not the same. No, he's a whole different thing.
Yeah, Alan Tudyk was like...
Elseworlds, but
yes, he was like, he's
reprising Clayface in the DCU, which is going to be a different, like a psychological...
Yeah.
Like horror kind of take on the character.
He's a homicidal maniac. He's the acting... He's the same version of Harley Quinn, okay? But instead of him focusing on the acting side, it's more of him focusing on the Clayface and evil side. That's essentially what Harley Quinn, they did the opposite, which was still great and it worked perfect.
Yeah, well, they really extrapolated the comedy out of every character.
Right,
you know, like we got Darkseid, Lee Trevino's in the spinoff show.
Hey,
you know,
hey,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're gosh dang right, Bubba.
So Clayface was a gross bastardization, I guess, of like, yes, the Clayface was an actor in a lot of scenes and you know, in a lot of continuities and stuff, but he took it they took it in an extreme way.
Yes. Well, I mean, even in the certain Batman comics, like Batman makes Clayface an honorary member of the Bat family eventually. Yeah. In certain things, just because of how the respect and how lonely he understands that his I always forget his real Clayface's real name.
I can't think of it.
Because there's like I think there's four different ones.
Yeah, something.
But the acting version, he understands, so he gives him the sense of purpose and makes him to an extent an anti-hero towards in certain runs after the new 52. But not this one, motherfucker. This one's sick. This one, he's fighting Rick Flag and he's ready to murk people. Apparently he is a murderous monster, according to Alan Tudyk, and that is great.
Yeah, it's great because Alan, like, for me, it's interesting with how. So when I was a kid,
yes, Dodgeball
was one of the best movies ever.
Oh my!
One of the best movies ever, and the best movie of one of the best movies ever was Steve the Pirate.
Yeah, without a doubt, it
just was. As a kid, that was the best part of Dodgeball,
without a doubt.
Okay, so for me to watch that as a kid and then not follow actors or movies and shit as a teenager, and then to come out this age and go back and look at all of the voices that Steve the Pirate, Alan Tudyk did. Like, it is an amazing range that this man has.
Yes.
It's sick that, and it's funny because we've actually kind of saw the interview on camera. It happened. Do you remember when he became James's chair in the Harley Quinn show?
Yes.
We saw the interview happen. Like, that's why he's got the voice.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. He said hey, we saw what he did.
He looks like a pile of shit, but feels like a pile of clouds.
Yeah.
You know, that's just Alan Tudyk.
Fuck, dude. I was literally trying to think of what the fuck he was saying, and you hit it perfect. Now, here's the thing.
He's done so many voices, bro.
You and I are big fans of a lot of things, okay? And you and I are big fans of Stanley Tucci. We're big fans of pop culture in general. Alan Tudyk has been a part of some of the greatest voice actings of all time.
He just has.
Yeah, number one.
Think of the most famous things ever, and he was been there.
Without a doubt. As a side character or something fucking random.
Dude, yes.
Ice Age The Meltdown, all right? Zootopia.
Yes.
Oddball. Rava, The Last Dragon, the anime movie. He was in Justify with Timothy Olyphant. Maze Runner 2.
Yeah.
Arrested Development. Suburgatory. Powerless. The Supergirl... But not Supergirl.
Yeah, it was the
with Vanessa Hudgens.
The Superman show, but it was focused on the life around Superman.
Yes, like as a reporter, and it wasn't even a Lois Lane reporter. It was like she didn't play Lois Lane.
Right. I remember the one scene. There was like Danny Pudi saw the news break that was like Lois Lane died, and they were like, "Yeah," and they're like, "What?" And he's like, "This has happened like 4 times. We have 2 days to do whatever we want, and then Superman's going to turn back time to before she dies." And then, like, the whole episode was them doing batshit crazy stuff, and then Superman moves on or something. Like, he gets publicly engaged or something to a different woman. And they're like, oh, no, we've just done $100,000 of debt or something. It's really funny. Like, that show got 1 season or something, and it should have got so much more.
There was he plays the voice in the second season, the last 2 final seasons of Santa Clarita Diet. He played the voice of the head.
Oh, yeah.
Because Nathan Fillion couldn't come back. He also plays, I think his name is Klaus in the second Transformers, where when Wiki goes crazy, he plays the agent's assistant who drives like the Mercedes and shit like that. But then he'll be like, Klaus, and he'll just he'll just start whooping the fuck out of people. And then he broke a girl's nose, like a bartender's nose, that pulled out a shotgun. He pulls it up and he goes, has one shotgun, one here, and another pistol out of nowhere. And he's like, Klaus, down, Jason. And he goes, I am so sorry. That is the old me. I am so sorry. Like, and he was an American Dad, Wreck-It Ralph, Rick and Morty, Aladdin.
Dude, that's the Duke of Weselton, bro, from Frozen. You know, like
dude.
He was in
Andor, Deadpool 2, Wish. Patch Adams with Robin Williams, dude. He unfortunately was the racist baseball coach from 42.
Yes, he was.
Doom Patrol. Rogue One, Creature Commandos, Ice Age, The Rookie, Big Hero 6, Frozen,
dude,
Death at a Funeral.
He was in like every.
And Cantu. He's been in every Disney movie.
Every major animated movie, he's on there.
And he's the voice of the Sonny from iRobot, the main robot.
Oh, that's sick.
Which is fucking beautiful.
Dude, he's got some range, man.
Apparently he's in Moana 2. Oh my god, dude, he was in Firefly, you son of a bitch! Put it back on there! He was in A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger.
Amazing you're
movie.
Damn right.
And so was Paul Bettany, a.k.a. Vision. Also,
that is my second favorite movie ever.
Dude.
It's my number 2 on my IMDb top 4. IMDb top 4? Nope. My Letterboxd top 4.
A Knight's Tale is my timeline with Paul Walker and Gerard Butler and shit like that. That's when you were watching A Knight's Tale, I watched Timeline. That was the version I got. And I was just like, hot damn, this movie's great. And then watched that and I was like, oh, this is fucking beautiful.
Dude.
Also, since 2021, he is still continuously doing it. They just signed him on for another 2 seasons. Resident Alien. Oh. He's the main character. He plays an alien who's a doctor in a small town in like Washington or some shit like that. But Alan Tudyk just stays with great work.
Dude,
so it's just this might be a whole it's gonna be James Gunn on the thumbnail and then Alan Tudyk right next to him. That's what this might be. Who fucking knows? But Alan Tudyk, we salute you, my friend.
Dude.
Oh, sorry, I had to go down his roles.
Let's give somebody else their flowers while we're on it. The Superman and Lois season 5 has been killing it, dude. They did a scene this last episode where he reveals his identity to the people in Smallville.
You mean Derek Hill?
Who?
Teen Wolf star?
What's that?
Derek Hill? Tyler Heckling? Oh, Teen Wolf star?
Yes.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
the one.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
So there's a pretty famous TikTok clip. If you ever watched the Superman and Lois scene, it's probably the scene in the diner where he confronts the redneck. And the redneck tries to fight him and pushes him 2 hands in the chest, and he doesn't move because it's Superman, but it's Clark. You know? So whatever. So season 5, that redneck is back with a gun, and at some point he has gained. I haven't watched all of the show, so I don't know the gaps in between. But at some point, this redneck has been told that Clark is Superman, and he's convinced. So he shows up to this diner with a gun, and he's not taking it, bro. Clark's trying to talk him down, and he's like, "You're Superman, and I'm gonna fucking prove it." And so he just shoots, man. He shoots that gun, and you're a psychopath for keeping those in. I'm glad we finally have it on camera.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I am disgusted every time.
I sneeze with I close my nose when I sneeze. I'm sorry.
Oh, I hate it.
I'm sorry. Continue. So he shoots him mid fucking diner, full of people.
Pulls the trigger, and then Clark has this whole scene
where he looks at Lois.
Where he goes into flash time or whatever, and he's super speed. He looks at Lois. Looks at the diner, looks at everybody there, looks at Otis or whatever, Jethro, and then he just pops the shirt open. The bullet hits his chest, shatters because he's Superman, dude, and then he's just standing there in the full Superman cape in the diner around people he's known since he was a kid.
Yep.
And it's just like one of the most beautiful scenes, most
magical.
well done fucking... It was beautiful, dude. It was just one of the best Superman scenes I've ever watched. And it sucks so much that it took into the last 3 episodes of the show on the air for Tyler Hoechlin to get any fucking acknowledgement at how goddamn good he is as Superman.
Yep. You know who has always been there since day one? Dude. You and I.
Damn right.
Also,
been there a minute, bro.
Also, my buddy Rob from Hobby Lobby, when he and I used to do boxes together at like 4:30 in the morning, he'd be like, "Dude, did you watch the new episode of Superman Lois?" Like, not yet. And he's like, "Man, this is so great." And he was
crazy,
like, "And
bro.
Peter from Teen Wolf, he's in this as a general." And I'm like, "No shit, dude." Ian Bowen. Awesome. He's one of the livestock, the white guy with the beard that stayed around and got branded from Yellowstone with Teeter and the black dude Colby. You guys see a TikTok clip of them getting branded at the very end, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay,
but it's like he's that dude with the beard, and fucking hate he look handsome. He looks terrible without a beard, dude. The first 2 seasons they had him in Teen Wolf. Everyone was baby faced, and they didn't really know what to do or how their characters were gonna look.
Yeah.
And you can just see like the razor burn on people, like it's like early 2011 like MTV shit. So it's just so fucking adorable to see that. And then by the 3rd seasons, everyone's like suave and has the nice beard, and you're like, there's the characters. Okay, now there's their actual like outfits and stuff like that.
Oh, that's funny.
Ian Bowen, you're a legend, dude.
Last thing I want to say about Superman and Lois. It is fantastic. All right, we got that scene.
Yeah.
Another thing that they've done, and I think they might be the first one to ever do it. Superman wears his wedding ring, dude, in public as Superman. He is there's a scene where he's busting through the glass or whatever, and you can see his just gold wedding ring on his left hand. And I don't think they've ever done that with Superman before.
That is fucking beautiful.
Dude, it is. And like with the series finale, I can't remember his name. Who's playing Lex Luthor? We've talked about him before.
He plays Abraham
in Walking Dead.
I could not tell you his name.
I can't remember his name. He's doing fantastic.
Yeah, oh yeah,
this
he's
season.
been beautiful.
We've got to see both sons use their powers this season. Like,
yep,
it's just like it's a beautiful ending to the show, man.
Yep.
Like it sucks that it's ending, but it's fantastic that they gave them an end point. Even though they slashed the budget. To end their story, because I think it's ending with Clark dying, like his powers are going away, he's giving up his powers or whatever, and he's just gonna grow old with Lois.
Yep, like Tom Wellington. In the crossover,
exactly.
And just so we're clear, ladies and gentlemen, over all of the series that the CW has given us, okay, I want this to be very clear because I was poor. All right, we didn't have a lot, but we had a digital converter. Goddamn, you know what we did? We had CW, Bubba, and I watched every episode of Vampire Diaries. I watched every episode of the originals. I watched every episode of The Flash, Supergirl, even Green fucking Arrow, Black Lightning, and unfortunately, I watched every episode of Batwoman, both different castings. And you can't sit there and tell me that Superman and Lois did not wrap it up so fucking beautifully that it was almost like you didn't even know they were getting canceled.
Yeah.
Because Vampire Diaries ended shitty. Riverdale ended shitty. Everyone was in a throuple and you didn't find out to the very end. You're like, what the fuck? You did a time jump and what the Flash sucked. Supergirl, they didn't know what was going to happen. Green Arrow was terrible. Like,
and especially with the CW DC superhero shows, by the end, the wheels had ran off.
Yes.
Like, this is ending at a fucking high point.
Exactly.
And they've never done that before.
And I mean like iZombie, Heart of Dixie, Riverdale, anything that the CW has made and continue to do, beautiful. Jane the Virgin. Jane the Virgin was one of the best CW shows they've ever made.
Fantastic.
Ever. And they ended it perfectly. That has not happened since Superman and Lois, and you cannot sit there and pretend to fucking argue with me. And you know it. You know why? Because they've all gone to streaming shows, and that's where you watch them now. Because you don't watch them on TV anymore. You watch it on Hulu when they freshly drop, and it's horseshit. Shame on CW, except for this. Tyler Hoechlin, we give you the most props, my friend. And here's the thing, just so we're clear, he got a crossover. He got multiple crossovers. So he got his Justice League moment.
He was so good. He was just a side character.
In Supergirl.
In the Crisis event in Supergirl, wasn't it?
Yep.
Wasn't that the only time he showed up before? And then they greenlit a show around him?
Yep. And
not in that continuity exactly, but because he was so good.
I'll never forget, you and I, it was one of our first podcasts where you and I were doing real clips. Besides like the reaction or like the Static Shock stuff where you were like, you and I were talking about how great Tyler Hoechlin was as a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
And the clip you played was like, I love your suit. And he goes, thanks, my mom made it.
Yeah.
And it's to go from that to this.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We've got to encompass the entirety of it, man.
It's fantastic, dude.
Nothing but gratitude.
It's been a great fucking show. It's sad it's ending, but damn it, they're ending on a high note.
Damn it,
at least it's not fizzling out.
You know what? You're damn right. And that's how it's supposed to go, Snyder fans.
So there have been a couple of casting announcements for season 2 of the Netflix Avatar series.
Also, hell yeah.
Season 1, pretty damn good.
I finally finished it. Thought it was great. I know exactly what you mean by the giant koi fish monster. Beautiful.
That shit was crazy.
Beautiful.
Dude, they saved 80% of that budget for that part. And it was fantastic. Yeah.
Fine with that.
Yeah.
Fine with it.
They did a lot of castings for season 2. If you'll remember, season 2, book 2 is Earth.
Yes.
So I don't know any of the actors, so I'm just going to say the names of the characters they cast. So Long Fang has been cast.
Oh, okay.
The leader of the Dai Li.
So Chin Han is Long Fang. Chin Han was in... He plays... Fuck me, dude. I just had it. Nah, dude. Continue. Cut that. Whatever.
Okay. Yeah, so Long Fang has been cast. He's the leader of the Dai Li.
Yes.
King Kuei has been cast. Professor Zue, who stays in the library and dies. Judy, who is like the brainwashed servant girl of the Dai Li. They've cast Lady Beifong, who is Toph's mother. They've cast the Boulder, They have cast General Sung, who I believe is the crazy ass motherfucker that seals Katara underground to force Aang into the Avatar stage.
Right? Okay.
So yeah, they've cast pretty, a lot of the Earth Kingdom roles they need to have been cast.
And if it's one thing I know, and if he's watching this, I love you, buddy. And if he hasn't found out, I hope you're watching this. If not, one of us will let you know. But the boulder has now been cast in Avatar Season 2. And I cannot wait, because if it's one thing Tyler and I went on about for a good 16 minutes was the boulder. It's just, the boulder is conflicted.
I love the boulder, dude. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I'm down as fuck for season 2, man.
If we got my cabbages, we'll get in the good boulder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's they're going to do the fan service correct. They're like, all right, what are we going to do? Well, obviously we have top, but like, what are we going to do? And then this guy goes, the boulder? He went, give him a raise.
The boulder.
Give him a raise. Give him a raise.
2 boulders.
What are we going to do for season 3? What if we have them going to the play?
There we go.
Hey, come here.
There we go.
Come here. Come here. You beautiful motherfucker. Mwah! Give him a raise. I want it. Yes, please. That'd be beautiful. Dude, I can't wait. Avatar Season 2 is going to be fucking beautiful. Without a doubt.
I'm down as hell, man.
Yeah. Also, something that is crazy and needs to stop. All right. You and I have talked about the entirety of the Fast and Furious franchise, and they need to stop. Let them go to animated shows on Netflix, do the kids, or do different spinoffs. I don't give a flying fuck. I'm fine with it. You know what I don't care about? Tom Cruise.
So this is no secret that Tom Cruise, I mean, I don't like Tom Cruise.
No,
I don't like the Scientology.
No.
I respect that he makes movies the way that they should be made.
Fucking A right.
He really appreciates the artistry.
Except for The Mummy, where they de-aged him. And he took creative control. And then they shot a naked scene of him where they de-aged his body. And they added abs. But Mission Impossible practical effects are fucking beautiful.
Yeah. And he does his own stunts.
Yeah, you remember during COVID and everyone was getting shut down and you couldn't go 6 feet and you couldn't go to grocery stores and stuff like that, and then the news was just like, Tom Cruise jumped a fucking motorbike off a 45,000-foot cliff.
Yeah.
It was a one-shot only big deal, and he had a parachute to himself, and he had to pull it or he was going to die.
Yeah.
And they were like,
it's crazy.
What the Tom Cruise is still doing? There's no pandemic for Tom Cruise. It's Mission Impossible. It was impossible to film that mission.
Yeah. Plus, I'm pretty sure he paid like crews during shutdowns from COVID and stuff. Like, he's really respects the movie industry.
So I will give him those props without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like James Gunn. James Gunn's like, y'all aren't paying y'all's people correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
What are y'all doing?
Yeah, this is no surprise though. He's been saying this for quite a while. That Glen Powell's like his understudy.
Yeah.
Is he weed eating?
It's not showing up.
That man, what does he do? My father has started his motorcycle, and now he has started a weed eater. It is November 18th. Isn't 20th?
Yeah,
22nd.
yeah.
This is 2 weeks until Thanksgiving, and he is weed eating.
Hey, man, gotta get to it.
Whatever. Let's talk about one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my entire life.
Hang on real quick, because we didn't get out of this DC thing, this Peacemaker thing real quick. I don't know if we talked about it because I'm too stoned, but fucking Peacemaker is announced for August 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Can't fucking wait for that. Anyway, sorry.
Oh,
it was on the first. It was on one of the top things. I was scrolling while we were looking through the motorcycle thing. So what is the funniest thing in the fucking world, Ray? What is it?
It's one of them, and we have a couple funny things to talk about here.
Okay.
The Rock says that he went to see Oppenheimer in IMAX, and he chose to sit in the same seat that Christopher Nolan uses to watch his films. And this is a quote from The Rock. I was thinking, holy shit. Red one on this screen with this technology, it's gonna be game over.
What's the percentage it has on Rotten Tomatoes right now, my friend?
It is 36%. It's bombed, dude. It's got like an absurd budget, and it's just made no money at the box office. Like, the man is truly delusional. He actually believes he's making that shit every fucking time.
He thinks he's making hit after fucking hit.
He actually believes it. Like, it's not a bit. He really thinks he's doing it, dude.
Ray, what have we talked about since one of the early Doug reviews? It's about drive. It's about power. It's about bad movies that they can devour.
Yeah, a lot of bad movies, dude.
Holy shit, dude. That poor fucking man. It's just, it's...
That's really funny, though. Imagine watching Oppenheimer and saying, oh, my movie, Red One, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson
and Chris Evans.
Yeah, that's similar to this in any way. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? How can you even? It's absurd. Another really, really funny thing. Yes. Maybe one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Alex Jones.
Oh my gosh.
Infamous for
InfoWars.
And they're making the frogs gay and many memes.
The water is turning the frogs gay.
One of the worst people in American history.
He got sued by the Sandy Hook.
He was a Sandy Hook denier,
yes,
and he
got sued for a lot of money.
And well deserved. He is a grade A piece of dog shit.
Crap.
So he was forced to sell his company.
Yeah, InfoWars. Bankruptcy. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was forced to sell it to pay the Sandy Hook parents lawsuit out, right? And so who was bought InfoWars? Well, The Onion, which is the famous satire site, very funny website. They have bought this website, but not only have they bought this website, they have bought this website with the cooperation of the parents of the Sandy Hook lawsuit.
Yep.
They took a smaller payout on the lawsuit so that The Onion could buy it instead of like
another company.
I think
similar.
It was like who's the Charlie something? He's like a right wing.
Oh yeah,
that guy.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
one of those guys. Charlie or like Ben Shapiro was gonna buy this and continue to operate.
Like the Daily Wire was gonna fucking buy it. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I think they took less money for The Onion to buy it instead of the other people. But The Onion was just like, listen, this is what we're gonna do. We fucking hate this guy. We are gonna drag his name through the mud with this website forever. Yeah. So it's one of the funniest possible outcomes. To obviously a tragedy, very long in the past, very drawn out lawsuit process. Alex Jones finally got what was coming to him.
Now it's getting better.
It's really going to be really funny.
They plan to debut a new InfoWars in January that will serve as a parody, mocking weird internet personalities like Alex Jones. The Onion CEO said they acquired it because, and I quote, "This is the funniest thing to have ever happened."
It is. It is.
Fuck yes, dude.
And like you can laugh at this, and you can laugh at this hard because the parents laughed at this.
Because here's the thing:
they thought this was funny. They took less money in their pocket for this to happen.
Because they were like, "This joke is going to be."
What a bit. What a bit.
This is like. Here's the thing: we're not political. Ray and I don't give a flying fuck. You don't
I'm
need.
very political.
You don't. But yes, but we're not going to.
I don't talk to you about politics. But I'm very.
We're just not going to go spill on the podcast. What I mean, you know what I mean?
Oh, we don't talk about politics on here.
Yeah. But didn't fucking Trump hire Elon Musk to figure out where all of our taxpayers' money is going and this, that, and Elon Musk is like, he's like, no, like fuck the government, fuck the bad people. Like I'm gonna make sure that it's all taken care of.
Elon's his title is the first buddy. He's just kind of hanging out. He literally has nothing to do with it.
Damn, I thought I saw him talking about.
Oh, he said he's creating a Department of Government Efficiency, but it's a joke because it's Doge, DOGE. Trump, I think even Trump has said that is not ever going to be a thing. I think he actually said that.
Damn.
Like,
I thought Elon was just like he was just a rich guy. It's just like no, I'm going to get the bad guys, and that's why I was trying to incorporate it as like the Onion CEO being like, no, fuck Alex Jones. I have enough money that I'm going to buy this and then fuck with him and make fun of him forever. Dude. Like that's what I thought it was going to be like. Where Elon
is trying his damnedest to be Lex Luthor, but
really?
He's just too fucking lame. Like. Lex Luthor has...
So he's Jesse Eisenberg?
He just... No. He has plenty of money. He just doesn't have... It would be like... Dude, I don't fucking know.
It's like a Michael Cera played Lex Luthor.
No, not at all.
No?
Not at all. Michael Cera... No. Elon's person... He's so cringy. Like, he wants to be so cool. He tries so hard. Like, he bought Twitter to be cool, you know? Like, he wants so hard to be liked. And even, dick riding Trump and being in that campaign and campaigning on Twitter for him and turning Twitter into a right wing kind of, it's still at this point, he's still such a fucking loser. And nobody, even those guys are like, this guy's a fucking loser. Like,
that's awesome.
I
love that shit.
He wants so much to be like, I think originally I used to like him, like when Tesla first came out and like when we were in younger 20s, like he was doing cool shit with
innovative things.
Yeah, with like electric cars and that type of shit.
Yeah.
And he was fairly progressive on a lot of shit.
Right.
And then he just wanted to become a supervillain. And then he's just really not very good at it. He just can't be evil. He's just a doofus. That's just the best way to describe it. Everything he does, he tries to be like
Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
He tries to be the cool fucking class clown, I feel like. And he's just a doofus.
Oh.
He's just a doofus at every fucking turn. Everything he tries to do, man.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Fucking A, dude.
So yeah, I don't even know how we got on Elon, but
no. We were talking about I thought it was Elon was going to do something cool.
Oh no.
Thinking that he was on some cool shit like the Onion CEO. He was like, nah, fuck those big fat cats, and he is just a big weird piece of shit. Okay, perfect. Yeah, dude, he's dropping iRobot 2 in real life. Motherfuckers dropping the fucking buses that are dropping Tesla bots.
Let's talk about the Tesla bots. I learned something about them today.
Okay.
They are remote controlled by a human Tesla employee. So that Tesla bot that Kim Kardashian is holding hands with walking down the street, some motherfucker is sitting on a computer with a joystick controlling this fucking bot at all times. It's not AI. It's not whatever. It's not a robot. It's a dude controlling a mechanism. I had no idea. I thought they were actually making some cool shit.
Elon, you're a fucking bum.
What a fucking doofus.
That's horseshit. Okay, that's dumb. Whatever.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I just remembered seeing that.
No, that's perfectly fine. Shame. For shame. Fuck, dude. You want to talk about some cool shit, man?
Let's talk about it.
You want to talk about some cool shit, bro? Live action How to Train Your Dragon.
I'm really quite excited for this.
Yep. And here's the thing, Ray. Dragons aren't fucking real, all right? So this is live action, dickhead. All right? I don't want to hear a single bit about Disney and this, that, and the other. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons aren't real anymore.
Right.
You cannot do that. This is as live action as we're going to get. Therefore, this falls under the terms live action.
Yeah, this is a live action hybrid. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
This is real people.
I know.
There's not a real person that shows up in fucking Lion King. I'm sorry.
No,
that's fully
really fine.
CGI.
No, that's perfectly fine. 100%. Live action.
Stitch, I had no problem with Lilo and Stitch.
Okay,
There's going to be a real Lilo.
Okay.
There's going to be a real Lilo.
Okay, I understand.
Because that is a live action CGI hybrid.
Right, because
I'm fine with calling that one live action because it's at least partially true. Same
thing with the live action Cinderella, Emma Watson, Beauty and the Beast, Peter Pan, Aladdin, even though it was really bad.
Yeah, this is at least a hybrid.
Okay, I'll give it because dragons aren't real, but Gerard Butler still is stoic the best.
Oh,
so it's right. It's about as accurate as you're gonna fucking get. I'm so sorry, you handsome devil. I've been waiting to talk to you. Like, Ray, hang on. Have hopes. I sent it to my mother. My mom called me. She was like, "Miko, is this real?" And I was like, "Mom, it is." And she was like, "I have goosebumps right now."
Good, dude.
She's like, "This looks beautiful," and I was like, "Right." Yeah, dude. I've talked about How to Train Your Dragon for years of how it's one of the greatest trilogies of all time, and that it truly had one of the best scores, not songs, not soundtracks, just one of the best scores, because that's what this movie did. It wasn't a fucking musical or a sing-along song. It was a fucking score of a masterpiece, Ray, and I love this shit. And this live action, dude, gonna be great.
It's gonna be good.
Yep.
I'm stoked for it. There's, of course, anytime.
Oh my God.
Anytime.
Hang on. I know what you're talking about.
Anytime you cast a black character.
Yep.
A black actor.
Yep.
They can't turn the fucking Twitter comments on.
Yep.
It's just absurd that we're at that point in the fucking world. Like we saw it with Aaron Pierre and Green Lantern. We saw it with
Chloe Bailey in Little Mermaid.
Yes, we did. We saw it
Rachel
with
Ziegler in fucking Snow White.
Yep, and we saw it with the lady in Wicked. She said some weird shit, but then she also got way more racial shit.
Yeah.
Before and after the fact.
Yeah.
It just sucks that because I'm pretty sure she's playing a kid, so she's pretty young.
Yes.
Fucked up in the first place, but also to talk shit to that level about a kid is just absurd to me.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I've seen all the movies. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I also wanted to be a history teacher, mythology, the whole nine. There were black Vikings.
Yeah, there were black Vikings.
Just number one. Okay. Now, when I got on Twitter the other day, or last night actually, and I saw that there were people upset about the fan castings.
Yeah, so
I was too. I was mad as fuck, Ray. And here's the thing. I thought it was gonna be because of the fucking movies, logically, because Rough Nut and Tough Nut, the brother and sister. Okay? They're twins. You know what the kids are? Not fucking twins, Ray.
Oh, I see.
Livid. I was like, they're literal twins. They literally look, what the motherfucker are you doing? And then Stoic Devas's best friend, played by Craig Ferguson in the movie, and for years he was like, if we ever do a live action, please cast me.
Yeah,
I want it. And you know what they did? They cast Nick Frost. What the fuck, man? No. Those are the castings I'm upset about. That's what I understand he's 40. I get it. So my logic was very Snyder fan of like Jay Baruchel should have played Hiccup. He's 40 years old. He can't play Hiccup. I understand. So I got over it. So I'm fine with the little white kid playing him. Zero issue with him playing Hiccup.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, dude.
Jay Baruchel with his wrinkles. He's just like obviously 45 years old.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, nothing but complete and utter hope and excitement for How to Train Your Dragon, the live action.
Very excited for it.
That's gonna be a hell of a movie for you. Like the movies that we're about to go watch in theaters,
it's gonna be good, man.
Amazing.
It's gonna be good shit.
Now you and I watched the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. And I just
it was sad.
Yeah,
it was a sad fucking fight, man.
Yeah,
you
could tell it was rigged once you saw all the training videos of Mike Tyson, and you saw that he
fucking blew his load in the first round.
I don't think so. I genuinely, after watching all of the training videos, he was
flat-footed the last 3 rounds. You can watch training videos, but also Ben Simmons puts out a goddamn jump shot highlight video every offseason, and then you actually watch the games, and it's nothing like it.
Fuck! Don't do that. That hurts. Oh no! The way that it's been circulating, the way that I am perceiving it at the moment is Mike went a little too hard at Jake, and that's why he had to slow down a little bit, and that's why he kind of kept his distance a little bit, because
maybe
I don't know about that, because
I don't think it was rigged. I think that'd be kind of crazy. I think it'd be hard to get him to agree to come out there and do something like that.
$40 million.
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe you're right.
He was flat-footed for 3 rounds. I think he would be tired.
No, you're right. You're right. I think that he was told to not go full at Jake Paul.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's
hard to say. I'm sure there were certain parameters around the fight that we'll never know about.
Maybe. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, but speaking of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, you and I were just like, okay, this was a fucking waste of time. Like, can't believe we wasted our night for this.
It's absurd.
And then you sent me something in the chat, a tweet.
Oh, is that why you brought this up? I wonder where you were going with this.
From Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
And he said, Shaq, let's make some money. This is
funny.
Superman versus Superman.
I love it.
Boxing match.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
I love it because Shaq is still so annoyed by Dwight Howard to this day.
Dude, yes.
Oh, my God. I was watching a segment the other day. They were doing guessing the all-time leading scorers from different franchises. And the Magic's was Dwight Howard or something. And so then that was Shaq's, and he guessed somebody, and it was Dwight's. And so then for every other answer of his, it was Dwight Howard. He just guessed Dwight Howard for everyone for the rest of it. He's clearly so,
still so petty.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a fight obviously it isn't going to happen, but it's such a funny goddamn rivalry. That's
like if you and I got a tweet and it said Netflix announced a Nick Young versus D'Angelo Russell boxing match. It's like, what the fuck is happening right now? People need bags that bad?
I guess to a much smaller degree.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, that was a big pop culture thing in NBA where it's just like, what are 2 NBA players that hate each other? Nick Young hates Swaggy.
Well, sure, but that's pretty niche compared to Shaq and Dwight.
I don't know, because they still talk about it all the fucking time on fucking Gilbert Arenas' podcast. Every time Nick Young, every episode Nick Young shows up in, they're like, why didn't you beat his ass, bro? He's like, and then Gilbert will go, because Nick can't fucking fight.
Yeah, exactly. I think just by the nature of the size of the names, it's just way different.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It was a very funny moment in
you're absolutely
Lakers
right.
history for sure.
Yeah, and Nick Young did get into a boxing match already. and he got his shit kicked. Nick Young got his shit rocked.
Speaking of somebody that should get their shit rocked, I want to talk about one more thing, and I don't care if we do anything else on the list.
Perfect.
Coca-Cola.
Thank you.
These I literally fucking idiots.
I popped up just for that.
Dude, Coca-Cola is known for Christmas ads, dude. The polar bears drinking Coke. Beautiful. That has always been Coca-Cola.
Yep.
And this year they do something that makes me so angry. They did a fully AI generated commercial. Somebody in production. It is very clearly and obviously by hand meticulously gone over and recorrected. Like it is not it is not fully AI. It is AI and then hand corrected by a real person afterwards to make it not very creepy.
And let's be very clear. Ray quit his job multiple years ago to continue his dream of editing, so he knows what he's talking about. However, I just edit the gaming videos and the recaps on occasions. I barely know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, okay? I'm learning fucking, what are they called? Shortcuts?
Yeah, you're learning Control-C, Control-V.
Hey.
That's real.
Yeah, okay? I understand. But I watched it because I was like, what the fuck does he mean? Didn't realize there was a new commercial. It's November! Sorry. It's fine. It's fine. But even I was like, hot damn, dude, I could have clipped this better.
It's terrible.
It looks like something you would have been like, hey, buddy,
it looks like shit.
It looks like something you would have been like, hey, Doug, stop posting these because they're shit. You would have like, they look like me using the AI generated fucking website, and you were like, Doug, stop. That's what this looks like.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, and it's bad to a degree that like Coca-Cola is probably the most like well-known company that's ever done something like this, that's blatantly done a full commercial like that's going to go on the air that's AI generated. This is the absolute pinnacle of AI. This is the absolute, nobody is doing AI better than what Coca-Cola just did AI. It is not possible to make it look better, or Coca-Cola would have done it. That commercial is the absolute pinnacle of AI video generation, and it takes 2 seconds to tell that it is AI generated.
Yep.
It is
heartbreaking.
It sucks. Somebody needs to be fired. What a shitty decision. Coca-Cola cursing commercials are so iconic. Like, holy fuck, how stupid. And it's shit. It's just shit.
It's
the things we've gone through today trying to film. Now somebody is just shooting a gun. Motorcycle. Gunfire. Weed eater. Now the dogs are barking, dude.
We're finishing this fucking episode, you bastard. You and I are in the middle, essentially, of one of the greatest pop culture runs of all time. Okay, comic books. Okay,
we are.
We're getting Naruto, Ninja Turtles. We're getting Fantastic Four, Mickey Mouse.
Yes, we are.
You know what I mean? We're getting what are they called? The absolute Batman, Superman. We're getting the absolute DC series. You know what I mean?
We're getting the ultimate Marvel shit, like the ultimate Spider-Man. Like that is going fucking crazy,
and
it's a good time.
It's insane because they've just announced that a Predator versus Spider-Man comic series run has officially been greenlit and is coming out in 2025. Written by Benjamin Percy and art by Marcelo Ferreira. Yep. Hell yeah.
I'm going to say it. That motherfucker can't catch a break.
Nope.
Spider-Man cannot catch a break.
Nope.
The Predator?
If it's not Sony, it's someone else, dude.
My God.
Someone's giving him hands. It doesn't matter. If Sony's not giving Spider-Man problems, it's someone else, dude. It's just like, Petey, take a break. What are you doing?
Come on, dude.
At some point, it has to be like, are you the problem? You know what I mean?
Maybe he brings it on himself. You're right.
Yeah, and because here's the thing. I'm a huge Predator fan. Predator vs. Alien, the whole franchise, the whole mythology. Predators only come to Earth to find the best warriors to take them. To take their DNA to become better hunters. I think their spinal fluid.
Oh, okay.
This is not good for Spidey. He's hunting him.
Yeah.
He's hunting Spidey. It is not like there's an alien. There was no alien. It's Spider-Man versus the Predator.
Dude, that's going to be sick.
That's a problem.
That's going to be sick.
Because in all reality, if it's going off that, Spider-Man is one of, if not the strongest species or just organisms in Marvel Universe. Mm-hmm. Realistically, like he could stop Cap's, like Cap could use all of his strength with his shield and try to hit Spider-Man, he could block it with a pinky.
Yeah.
The amount of restraint that he has when he's punching people is I think, what the fuck was it? Neil deGrasse Tyson said it was like the width of like a like 10 C4s going off at the same time. Like that's the strength he's using to stop himself from essentially putting his fists through people's heads.
That's just insane to think
about. So like in all reality, if we're going off Marvel Comics and Marvel lore, Spider-Man is the prime candidate to make predators
bad dude.
More lethal. Terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying, because they'll just kill anyone in their wake. So like if anyone gets in their way, they won't kill them and take their DNA. So he'll just fucking murder the Punisher and Matt Murdock. Yeah. Anyone that's around them, they're done for.
That's gonna be a sick comic run, dude.
Dude, I love it. I'm without a doubt pumped. Oh man. It's been a good episode, dude.
It's been a good one. I want to talk about this Popeye horror movie. Man, they almost do cool things. You can do a Popeye horror movie, but you cannot do a like slasher Popeye movie. Like, how are you not doing a Popeye on a boat at sea?
With a giant
it's night.
Shark.
There's something creepy on the boat, like a psychological horror movie with Popeye on a boat at night at sea. Like, why are you doing some fucking slasher shit? Like, it looks terrible.
Yeah,
it looks god awful.
They're also making they just released a trailer or a teaser of the Little Mermaid horror movie as well. Yeah, and she has like a siren.
Are they all in the Winnie the Pooh verse?
I believe they're going to be. I think they're making number 3, by the way, also for the Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, which is
number 2 really performed well.
Dude, it went to theaters, Ray.
It did good there.
Yeah. Which is otherworldly.
Speaking of something that might be coming to theaters soon, Backyard Baseball or Backyard Sports announced that a new game is in the works. Plus, they are discussing whether a film or a TV adaptation will be made of the franchise. And the way they framed it, it's an or thing. One is going to be made, so we could be getting a movie or a TV series.
We are getting a 8-episode Netflix animated series. I'm calling it right now, Ray, and I will be one of the voices.
You know what's fucked up? This whole time that I was thinking about this and I screenshotted, I was like, well, who the fuck needs this? Why are you making this? You could just make a baseball movie. For no second in my brain did I think that a studio might do an animated version of this. I just assumed that they would make it live action because that's what studios do.
No, dude, they're making animated Jurassic Park TV shows and Fast and the Furious TV shows. They can easily do a regular animated.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah.
Now that you say it,
DreamWorks could pick that shit up and give them 7 episodes on Netflix. You know what I mean? They could take it to Peacock and DreamWorks could take it over.
Yeah, that fucks me up. I was really thinking like, why do they need to make this live action? Just make a baseball movie.
Yeah,
like you don't need this attached.
No, dude, it's perfect. Animated. I'm gonna voice one of the people.
There you go.
Yeah, I might play Vinny the Gooch. You know what I mean? Just one of the announcers. Hey, how you doing? It's Vinny the Gooch.
They just made you play all of the characters.
Hey. I hope
the series.
I hope by the end of my franchise right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this, we are officially 4 games into the we're officially 3 games into the franchise, and we are kicking ass and taking names, and I'm fucking pumped right now. We're going for that BBL trophy, baby. But man, I'm telling you right now, if I don't get any traction or any type of like, holy shit, like that's Doug from Backyard Baseball game, you know, I want to be sent an early copy of a game. I don't want money. I don't want recognition. I don't, you know what I mean? I just want them to be like, hey, Doug, we appreciate that you have been a fan for decades. This is for you, you know?
I felt that. Your video's doing good, man.
Damn right. Ladies and gentlemen.
We're both doing real good.
Are you done, my friend? We good?
I think I'm done. I think that is all. We had a couple other topics, but nothing too major. So I think we get out of here and do a couple reactions, man.
Freak, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another incredible episode of Saturday Morning Cartoons. I have been Doug. He has been Ray. James Gunn, we truly appreciate you. Alan Tudyk, we appreciate anything you're doing this James Gunn role in universe. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Turkey Day is coming around. Please hug your loved ones, drink plenty of water, and if you're not a turkey fan like Ray, do yourselves a favor. Still have a good time on some sides.
Eat a bunch of mac and cheese.
Eat a bunch of mac and cheese and potatoes.
And yes, that's real gunfire outside.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Doug. He has been Ray for Saturday Morning Cartoons. Drink plenty of water. Please be safe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, what happened? Why are those squiggles on the screen?
Those are called end credits, Patrick.
End credits? But I don't want it to end!